Well, anywho. What say you? Do we go and try and fight Walhart, or do we go off to that paralogue?
Story, let's do the paralogue.
Oh, paralogue? Okay.
Yep, I'm a man of my word.
Alrighty. Let me see
That
here.
was my intention with the thing I was saying earlier, so yeah, let's do it.
Wait a
And
second.
let's hope we don't get walloped.
True.
Hopefully any gains we got from that last one are good enough.
Yeah, well, that's the hope. Alright, so, another thing. Should I redo the Wyvern Valley one, or should I go over to the one that spawned with Muriel? Or whatever this one is that I'm not actually currently aware of what it is. Up to you.
Let's go to the mystery one.
Oh boy, mystery! Okay. I'm gonna save first, but sure.
Yeah, definitely do that.
I make no promises that we'll win.
We're jumping into the great unknown.
The threat of
we
silence.
have no idea what we will find.
Butterflies.
Yeah, apparently it's trees and rocks.
The air is sweet here. It's so calming. Gaius bursts through. You said sweet? Makes you want to just flop down and take a huge nap, doesn't it? Cute!
Lissa, the scientific term is florp.
Really? It's florp. I would have gone with floop.
Floop. Flump. Flump is what I was going to say.
Ah, tempting.
Since I coined that term like about a couple of weeks with you, and I thought that was hilarious.
I do like the word flump. I'm probably going to use it. Lucina says that a nap is tempting.
Write it up in the dictionary, man. Do it up.
Odd. Seems like anywhere else to me.
Webster and Merriam, write that in there. Do it. Give me credit.
Indeed. This is Naga's cradle. It's said the divine dragon once called this place home. Here, the voice will enact a holy rite to commune with Naga and regain her power. Oh, gasp. Is this what I think it'd be? It's Tiki!
It is she.
What's
she doing here?
Lady Tiki.
Huh?
Lady Tiki?
Fie.
What is she doing here?
Pray be silent, milady. The voice is currently performing the rite. In doing so, she will draw the divine dragon's power from the land unto herself. Forgive me, I didn't realize. I thought she was sleeping. She looks so peaceful. What do you think she sees? Does she perchance dream?
Hey.
I imagine she... Uh-oh, is that what I think it is? Siri, Lucina, enemies approach us from the south. We'd better get ready or the voice here is in for a rude awakening. They want to attack Tiki. They want to take down Tiki while she's making big naps? Rude.
Could this perhaps be?
Perhaps be what?
Perhaps be what I hope. I don't want to get my hopes up.
Mayhaps yes, mayhaps no.
I swear to God, this better not just be some sort of item.
Let's see. Let me see something really quick. Tharja. As far as marital prospects go, all right, Virian, Callum, and Rickon are there. Lonku's taken, Gaius is taken, Gregor's taken, Donald's taken. Yo, so hang on. That means that her only options at this point are Stahl, Vake, Henry, or one of these three dudes. Huh. Do me a favor and put some thought into that for me, will you? Okay?
Yeah, I had been earlier, but I'll need a little bit more.
Yeah, no, go ahead. Take your time. It's all good.
Okay, so you want me to think about that now or later?
Well, I mean, in general, like, Tharja needs to marry somebody at some point, and you like her more than I do, so pick whoever you think will make her most happy. I don't know.
All right, okay, so then, yeah, I'll do some thinking in the back of my mind. And then
Thank you.
sometime after this fight, I'll let you know.
All right, sure.
I'll keep it in mind.
Good.
Keep it in mind.
Quiet with the face having you. All right, let's say that we're probably fine.
It begins.
The voice is defenseless in this state. We must become her shield until the rite is complete. We await your strategy, Robin. Make us a wall of steel. I mean, if you want me to just make a big old wall of defense around her, I can do that.
Neat. And also, we're getting this glitch that apparently happened to somebody on your Discord as they were playing this game as well, which is all kinds of not fun right now.
I choose to believe it to be a stylistic thing that is on purpose.
Well, it is not.
Well, thanks for ruining the illusion, Illusion Killer Jones.
It is the game definitely messing up on us.
Well, fine, whatever. I shall now create a big wall that nobody shall be able to penetrate. No one will be able to get to the tiki.
While she sits there and naps.
She is not napping, she is communing.
She's taking a nap.
She is
But it's
not
okay.
napping.
But it's okay because I relate to that and I can understand her needing to take a nap.
It's
so.
not nap time for Tiki.
Eh,
Just because she is a sleepy girl does not mean she do be sleeping.
anyway. So yeah, we've got to put up with this.
We sure
Sorry.
do.
Sorry everybody, but you're just gonna have to put up with having no background. I don't know why. I don't understand it myself. I don't claim to be the game or understand how the game's deciding to do this, but you know, whatever.
Makes no substantial difference to me in any capacity.
I mean, besides, you know, looking massively dumb.
Looks fine to me. I just think it's stylistic. It's all super mystical and stuff. And then all of a sudden, boom, a glitch just kind of looks neat.
It's a weird black void, even though we fight in green.
Hey, look, you can be the big stinky if you want, but I'm not going to be. Man, a lot of dudes are showing up to try and do us a murder. This could be a problemo.
I'm a realist. Also, yeah.
What do you... Hey, don't aim for her! Alright, well, that's unfortunate. Okay, please don't.
Wow, we're gonna lose this one in record time.
Yeah, apparently, what the crap?
And we failed miserably already.
So that's how it's gonna be, huh?
Wow, we've completely failed this in... Wait. Did we even get past one turn?
I believe that was technically the third turn.
Oh.
Yeah, it was
Well,
turn
anyway,
3. Wait, we didn't lose? Okay, well, you know what? No. This feels wrong. The whole goal is to protect Tiki, and we didn't protect Tiki, and you know what? I call baloney of the highest caliber. Cosmic Redo!
I like to think that my cynicism is somewhat charming in its own way.
In a way, yes.
And if it's not, then to hell with you.
Damn. Alright then, here's what we're Gunsta does. Make an absolute beeline, something fierce right on over yonder.
Crom, I ask you to answer my prayers, and if not, to hell with you.
That works on a couple levels.
Yeah, it does. That's why I quoted it.
Fair.
And I'm glad you got it, too.
Look, I may not have seen it, but I know of Conan the Barbarian. I mean, come on, give me some credit.
You'll note I actually didn't try to do the accent.
Yeah, well, that's because you're a bit of a coward, but that's okay.
Well, you see, the thing is, I think I can do it, but I haven't practiced it nearly enough to actually do it on an actual recorded stream that everyone's going to see, and I don't want to embarrass myself.
You are a coward!
See, now, exactly, just like that, it could have been as awful as yours. And
What
I
are you
don't wanna
talking
risk
about?
it.
This is a good accent.
See, it could
Arr.
be as absolutely awful as that. You know, like I'm not you. I'm not in the habit of embarrassing myself for no good reason.
Get to the chopper!
Stop it.
Do it! Do it now!
I'm trying to get you to stop this. For both of our sakes.
What a big old man, baby. Alright.
I am a bagel. I don't know how that has anything to do with any of this.
You're good with cream cheese.
I just thought it would. I pointed out, and yes, I am. Thank you very much.
You're welcome.
I'm glad you've noticed.
I notice all.
Well, not everything. But, yeah.
Alright.
The cream cheese thing, okay, good enough.
Shut up.
What? What?
Anyway.
I'm saying you're good at pointing out the cream cheesiness of others.
Thanks. I guess.
You have a talent for being able to detect my cheese.
You do have much cheese all up as you please. It's true. Right.
You're like Wallace chasing that cheese.
Damn straight I am. Alright. My go-to stratagem this time is to defeat as many enemies before they even get a chance to get to Tiki.
Womp them up.
That's the goal. Alright, good.
Fortifying a perimeter around here isn't going to do any good.
Not if they can attack, but not if they can just throw their weapons over us and at her.
Exactly. So like, your only reasonable tactic at this point is blitzkrieg.
So, and sometimes that involves bringing down the thunder. There you go.
Go after them all.
All right, let's see how this goes. All right, they're already making a beeline. Ain't they just the most delightful? All right. I see. Don't like it, but we're gonna try anyway. For better or worse, we're gonna give it our all.
Wham-a-doodle.
Wham-a-doodle, you best be believing.
Oh, that's not good.
No, that's really bad, actually. I was not counting on that. Okay, well.
Yep, I think to be able to get anywhere in this, you have to have everyone strong enough to kill everyone in the second round, and that's just not going to work.
It sure isn't. All right, well.
I regret picking this.
You should. It was your fault at the end of the day. Well,
okay, that was actually pretty badass thing.
yeah, well, Maribel is cut from a different cloth. She's built different.
Yeah, she is. But anyway, the point is that, yeah, I may have actually done it bad.
Yeah, maybe.
By suggesting this on 2 levels. 1, I ruined something really cool for myself. And then 2, I dangled that carrot in front of my own dang nose now. Something that can't be accomplished right now. So that's dumb.
Only ever so slightly. I mean,
it's
I'm not
my fault, and I'm willing to admit this.
Fair enough. Well, as hopeless as a situation as it may possibly be, I still choose to not roll over and die. I'll at least go down a swinging.
If this is to be our end, then I shall make it such an end.
There you go.
Man, I'm busting out all the references
You do be doing that.
to movies based on fantasy novels today.
You sure do be. Gonna bust out a Dune reference. Hitchhiker's Guide.
Hell no, man. Dune sucks.
I wasn't claiming to the contrary.
Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy, though, is pretty boss.
Well, somebody thinks so at least. Man, there sure are a lot of dudes. They don't even make an attempt to fight us. Jesus. Man, this was ill-advised. Why did you make me... Why did you make me do this?
I didn't know what it was. Anyway, yeah, this seems more like a late game bonus.
Sure does. Fine, we shall concede defeat this day, but we will return when we are much stronger. Of that, I dare say, you shall rest assured.
At least see this fight through.
Oh, you want to see this fight through? Okay.
Yeah, we have to now.
Okay, sure.
We made such a big point about it, like, not only 2 minutes ago.
Yeah, but then you got all defeatist on me, so I just kind of figured.
Hey, man, it doesn't matter. We still got to stick it through. We made our choice.
All right.
We decided, you know, we chased the we chased the chicken.
That chicken do be chased. Ooh. Picked up resistance to...
Ate the cheese.
Alright, well, you're never using that, so sure. Stash that away for now. What kind of cheese is it?
Colby Jack.
Don't want
Best
it.
kind. My
Don't want it.
favorite.
Don't want it.
You are the worst.
There are millions of cheeses I would have accepted, and you chose one that I would not.
Alright, well, I think this Let's Play is over.
I don't know if I've ever even had Colby Jack, so...
It's amazing. Eat it. It's like, it's super tasty.
I could do that. Or I could eat a
You
cheese
will?
that I know that I like.
You will do that
Where would one even acquire a Colby Jack?
at the supermarket.
That's a lot of effort.
Oh God! I have to the store to get cheese now. Oh my God, my life is ruined.
I don't do the shopping.
Well, all right, princess.
I
Should I have one of the loyal retainers from the castle go pick up thy cheese for thy maiden?
That would be pretty dope, but not really an option.
Well, I'm not a Door Dasher, so that ain't happening.
You don't even have a car. Do you just get your groceries and go on the bus?
Hell no, I get all my stuff delivery.
Ah. So like, so it's DiGiorno.
No. You know, usually shipped, Instacart,
Fair enough.
Dead Tiki.
Never say that phrase ever again. I swear to God.
She has literally died.
She is not dead.
Well, technically, yes.
No, technically
Eh, eh.
not.
Every character, as far as I'm aware, from what you showed off, every character that falls before you fail to actually, before you succeed in actually acquiring them as a character, they are dead.
They are not dead. They are not dead, and you will shut your gob.
Okay, so like, does that mean you know for a fact that you can try this mission again?
I mean, not for a fact.
Then she could very well be dead.
Sure would suck that if after all of this I somehow managed to pull out an impossible victory, only to learn that because that happened, it's impossible to recruit her, so I'm gonna have to back up and redo the whole damn thing anyway. Please
Well, I
dodge
mean,
that.
I had assumed we'd failed now.
Well, I mean, then why is it still going? Don't have an answer for that one now, do you?
Look, man, I'm not Mr. Answer all the time.
Yeah.
I'm not Mr. Wizard all the time. I don't have all the answers.
Mr. Wizard, help me. Drizzle, drazzle, crazzle, chrome. Time for this one to come home.
Weird, man.
You don't even get my old-timey references.
Yeah, I do. I just thought it was a little weird that you'd bust that out.
Well, shut up. No, it's not.
Woo, hand axe.
Yeah, they do be sucking. Right. I mean, I guess we'll just see this through and, well, if it says, well, you let Tiki fall, so she's not going to join you, then obviously we'll do something about that.
We shall do what we must when the time comes for us to make decisions.
Word. Until then, we'll just kind of keep bip-bop, boopity-bopping our way through and see what happens.
Yeah, which is the long-term form of saying, "Hey, we'll see you guys in a minute." Whatever.
Man wants me to now do editing? Okay.
You are the editor.
Tragically.
We send letters to the editor, so all letters come to you, I guess.
Please stop mailing me.
His name is Ed. He's the editor. Ed, and editor. I don't know what I'm even talking about anymore.
Is there an episode called The Editor-in-Chief? There should have been.
No, but that does sound amazing.
I mean, I know that the titles very seldom ever had anything to actually do with the contents of an Identity episode, which is what makes finding the ones you want to watch nearly impossible. But I mean, just as a pun in general, that's pretty solid.
It is, yeah.
Right. Home. Keep on being
Although
Donald.
It's dubious if anyone's ever going to hear this, but it would be nice, I guess. I don't know.
Well, now I mean, whether or not someone's hearing it doesn't really matter. At this point, I'm just talking to you.
I don't know if we're... yeah, I don't know what's going on.
Me neither.
I only pretend to know. I know Maribel's cute.
Damn straight.
I know Max is, like, a big fan of White.
Why, though? Why?
Because I had to.
Did that once.
It
You're not allowed to do it again.
It was relevant information.
You're relevant information.
Thank you.
Maribel, apparently an expert at dodging tomahawks.
Honestly, if we could just have, like, 6 of her, then I'd be, like, that'd be fine with me.
Well, I mean, I'm kind of attempting to do so. Brady will eventually become one, so that'll help. That could make Lissa into one.
Neat.
She's pretty much done all she can as a war cleric, so I don't see why not.
Although she's actually really cool as a war cleric.
That's the
but
thing.
I get what you mean.
Yeah, I don't really know if
Characters gotta grow.
Yeah, I don't know if I want to change that. Naga's wench? Maribel, murder the hell out of this dude. Assholes talking about Tiki that way. How dare you?
You're a voice.
And we got Hummerun. And apparently repairs an adjacent ally's equipment. That's situationally useful. And emphasis on situational.
Wham.
Wham bam, thank you ma'am.
Sarja just continuing to be awesome.
Hopefully you've been putting thought into her romantic prospects.
Thinking about it.
Okay, good. Alrighty, well, for better or worse, we did win. The main problem was, it wasn't a matter of being able to defeat the damn enemies, it was the fact that there were just too goddamn many of them, and they all chose to deliberately, like, they got all up in Tiki's business. That was the problem.
We're gonna find out what happens.
We'll find out real fast. For all the talk of power, she was a gentle soul and far too fragile. Wait, what? She's actually dead?
Yep, it looks like it.
Hell no. Hell, okay, well, obviously restarting that mess. We'll come back when we can protect her.
Wow, they actually let you go through that entire thing failing it.
That's just messed.
I mean, they could have had, like, at least the courtesy of giving you an instant game over, but no.
Either an immediate game over or at least a pop-up saying, hey, you let Tiki die, you absolute dumbass. Good job. Like, what? Like, fine. You know what? I give you permission to insult me, game. A little bit of warning would have been nice. Hell no, we ain't living in a timeline where that happens.
Oh, man, we at least need to keep that in.
Yeah, we do. Enjoy the episode where Max sucks an egg. Gah.
I mean, how many years has it been that you've been doing this and uploading videos? I mean.
Sigh. I can't say you're wrong. And that's what makes it really frustrating. That's it. We're doing a paralog. Damn it. I'm gonna beat a paralog is what I'm gonna do.
He's gonna beat a paralog, ladies and gentlemen.
Shadow in the Sands.
As I sit up, because I've been laying down for far too long.
What?
And my joints hurt. Ow.
Old man.
Ow, Chihuahua.
Are you gonna be okay there, Grandpa?
Maybe.
All right. Well, I'm gonna start reading if that's okay with you.
I'm an old man.
Indeed, a mirage village. Or rumors of one at any rate. People
I'm
claim
an
to have...
elder too, apparently.
Yeah, I know. People claim to have spied a desert village that sometimes appears during sandstorms. Tales speak of a legendary goddess staff that sleeps there, but who can really say?
Really?
That sounds like it could be helpful. Maybe nothing more than idle talk, but it still bears further investigation.
We have nothing better to do.
Yeah,
Except for all of the things that we have to do that's probably better than this.
Yeah, you know, like attack Walhart, you know, that's kind of important. Just take care, sir. The sands are home to armed barbarians.
We can take care of the siege on Walmart some other time.
Indeed. Every year sees a few villagers go chasing the myth and finding the grave instead. I'll not stop you. Quite frankly, I find it hilarious, but be sure you're well armed and fully prepared.
Well, whose grave did they find? Oh, okay, I get it.
Yeah, you would.
And by the way, I knew what that was. I was saying that like from the perspective of Crom because that would have been funny.
Fair.
All right, so we're doing this now
Yeah, we're doing this now, so shut up.
in a parallel dimension.
No,
where
this is the...
where Tiki did not die.
No, the parallel dimension is where she died. This is the canon dimension.
If you say so.
And I do, so bite me and get out of my face.
Now, when did it fall upon you to decide which is the canon?
The canon
timeline
universe
with
is the
this?
one that we're always in the victory circle for.
All right, okay. All right, I won't push that button anymore.
Damn straight, I like Tiki. I don't like thinking of her hurt, so get off me.
Well, okay, you know what? Fair enough. Same here. I mean,
Okay.
she's one of my favorite characters.
Right, so I'm sure as hell not gonna ever let the canon universe be the one where she gets hurt. Hell no.
Yeah, I'm just busting your chops, but I really like Tiki a lot.
Well, don't worry. Tiki will be saved at a later time. I just need to, clearly, beef up our characters. Here we are, boys, the Golden Oasis. They say the villagers around here are filled to bursting with rare treasure. Kick down every door you see. Don't let a single coin slip by. There are
He's
literally...
making a lot of assumptions.
There are 2 doors in this place, my guy. There are only 2 doors.
I would have found it really hilarious if he just heard this place be called the Golden Oasis and just immediately assumed that was because all of the villagers actually had treasure, when it actually turns out it was called the Golden Oasis because sand is yellow,
That would make a lot of sense.
and it would be really friggin' funny.
Oh, hello there. The Mirage
Where you
Village.
at?
That Mirage Village must be located very near to here, though I fear my own search for it has borne naught but ill fruit. No doubt Mother would have this mystery unraveled in moments were she here. Oh, I see how it be. Okay.
Yeah, I was gonna say, like, I wonder who that could be.
Yeah, I know, it's not... Of all the children in this entire game, that is by far the least subtle.
Yep, definitely Tharja's kid.
Yeah, absolutely.
I'm being a joke.
I know you are a joke.
It's joke.
You are stinky.
Only a few people are gonna get that reference, and I bet nobody will.
Word up, homie.
This is the first time that I think nobody's gonna get my reference aside from you when I say it's joke.
Uh-huh. Now shut your gabba, why don't you? Alright, could you be doing me a bit of a favor there, Tharja, and cast some crazy hocus-pocus magic all up on that ruffian over there?
Yeah, she will. Watch her go.
Thank you, Tharja. No matter what, I can always say, you do be damn good at your job. Anyway,
She's
grab
just a
yourself a
cute-
big old pile of that. What'd you just say?
She's just a cute lady in general.
You really just going ahead and call him Tharja cute?
Yep, I sure as hell did that. You can't stop me.
Legally, no. Physically, also no. In any way imaginable, no, I cannot. But I can still scowl at you over the internet.
And I can smug face you right back.
Tragically, also true. This is a dark day. This is a dark day for you, boy.
I have come down with a serious case of 3 mouth.
Okay, that took me half a second. All right, fair enough.
Satisfied.
You know, usually people would refer to that as, like, cat mouth.
But three mouth is funnier.
I guess.
It worked.
If you want to be a stinky. Which I guess you do, because you are.
Man. Sometimes, you know, you're my best friend, and I love you, but sometimes I wish I could drown you in a lake.
Jesus! We're calling you stinky? Damn, disproportionate retribution to the extreme. God lord.
Is it, though?
Yes! Anyway, Eureka! It's you!
Is it, though?
Curious. I have no recollection of making your acquaintance. Though few things are as unreliable as the human memory.
Excuse me.
Ah, forgive me. I forgot that you have not met me before. My name is Laurent. Are you here in search of the Mirage Village?
Yes.
That is my cause, yes.
I see.
Mine as well, though I fear my efforts thus far yield precious little progress.
Oh
Still-
my god, they're in stereo now.
They really are. Still, an excess of evidence exists for the village to be a baseless rumor alone.
Right.
An assumption on your part that.
Say,
Might I accompany you in your search? And I feel certain that your help will lay exposed that which has eluded me alone.
Okay, look. I gotta say, if there was any character dynamic that would be the most hilarious to go with Muriel, it is another her.
I worry your hypothesis lacks a certain scientific rigor. And yet, there exists the possibility I am in error on this count. So yes, you are welcome to join us.
my thanks.
Excelsior! I assure you I will not be a burden.
Oh, they really. Oh my! Are we really doing this? Is
We
this
be-
real life?
We be doing this. This do be real life, yo.
I got you.
Fire Emblem is real.
Fire Emblem is real. Alright, Lucina, go ahead and stab that mage for me.
I say when it ends.
And she says it ends right now,
There we
as
are.
it turns out. So that's nice. OBKB. Then we back it up. Morgan kicking all kinds of ass on her end. Good for her, good for her.
Wham!
Hit him with that big zappa.
Frank Zappa
You know it.
and the Mothers of Invention.
Yes, the very same. You know how it be, my guy. Alrighty then. So here's what we're gonna do.
Well, I am guessing this is what we're gonna do.
It is. That's not what I wanted in any stretch of the imagination. God damn it, universe. Why are you constantly laughing at me?
I mean, I don't really think it's the universe so much as it is just me.
But you are the universe.
Since when?
Since
I don't
last
want that-
Tuesday.
Man, I don't want that kind of pressure. Get it off me.
Hell nah, you're stuck with it, yo.
I am not the universe.
You are the universe and all that it contains within. Yep. Sorry, gonna have to deal.
I refuse to accept the responsibility.
Also, I think that was the Mirage Village, so that's neat. Probably would have gotten some kind of neat staff out of getting over there, but meh. Life comes at you fast, you know? I think you dig.
I mean, I haven't in quite some time, but, you know, I could always try digging, although I need something to dig for.
That's why they call you Taizahore.
Very gracious
No.
of you.
Nobody wants to be like him.
Yeah, he's a pretty terrible dad.
Taizo Hori versus Genma Saotome in the bad father off.
Well, one of them has a bicycle pump that he can forcibly cram into any orifice of his choosing, so I'm gonna go with him.
Yeah, but like another one sees his son as like collateral for like Snickers bars.
Oh, you mean like as in a battle of being a bad father, not as an actual confrontation?
Yeah, I said in a bad father off.
Oh, well then, yeah, no, Taizo can't compete to that. Until he dumps cat food on his kid and throws him in a big pile of cats, then no, I don't think so.
I mean, he's a panda, but you know, other than that,
Are you calling pandas bad fathers?
I'm calling one of them a bad father.
The predicted outcome.
Understandable, I guess.
Man, people aren't gonna know what the hell I'm talking about. Well, that's their fault for not watching a great anime. Go watch it now. I'm not even gonna tell you what it's called. You just need to know.
You have enough information to go off of.
And if y'all don't know, then I ain't gonna tell you.
All right, now go ahead and zip zap them with them zappy spills. Where's that magic mirage village at? Talk or I'll make you vanish too. All right, well, you're about to get electrocuted funky styles, so...
You can try.
Rock! I see a village. Surrounded in light. You dead. That guy big dead.
Heck yes.
Sucks to be that guy.
A master
Yay!
seal.
There we go. I wanted Lauren to at least be one of the heroes here, so that's good. That's what I wanted. Battle is won and the sun is fading. We'd best make tracks. And then they did.
Right.
Seems the mirage remains just that. Best we returned our focus to the real world. Let's press on. But we have a Laurent. That's something. Might I have a word?
What?
I don't
I
see
bet
one
that
now.
was probably a top tier weapon for him too.
Nah, what are you gonna do? Tell me
Well,
on.
We,
Tell.
we could redo this, but something tells me you don't want to.
Okay, but I'm editing out everything up to that point, okay?
I mean, we don't have to.
I'm gonna do it.
No.
Edit time!
I hate my life.
You made me do this.
No.
This was your choice. You made it. Okay, I'm sorry. Would you like to tell me whose idea this was?
No.
Whose idea was this?
You stink muffin.
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Whose idea was this?
You absolute stink bomb.
I can't help but notice that you're not saying words. You're just throwing mean, pointy words and nothing more.
You are an absolute nuke of unpleasant smell.
Not many make it out this far. You must be near exhausted from the sands. Here then, take this as a reward for your efforts. A mirage village? No, I'm afraid we're quite the ordinary one. Ha ha ha. Perhaps you'll find what you seek farther west. You mean that other thing that we did?
Man, that was worth it.
Man, your ideas are terrible. Why do I listen to you? Casual reminder, this was your idea. Oh, hey, another town. Oh. Oh. Oh.
Oh, okay.
Maybe Nightstar's ideas aren't stupid.
Yeah,
There's hope.
yeah,
There's hope for you yet.
And maybe you're just a gigantic jerk ass.
And maybe you smell of large fish.
Depending on the kind of fish you might mention, I could conceivably take that as a compliment.
Pike.
Pike?
Pike.
No, I'm insulted.
Trout.
Trouts are kind of cool.
All right, then. You smell of a trout.
Rainbow trouts are neat.
There you go. You are the rainbowest trout to ever trout a rainbow.
Smallmouth bass are pretty cool.
Taste
But
the
if I
rainbow.
was a sturgeon, oh boy, that would be awesome.
You're a marlin.
I want to be a sturgeon.
Marlin.
Marlins aren't bad.
They're swordfish.
They're okay.
You're a swordfish.
Weiss fought with one of those.
Damn straight she did.
It was pretty cool.
Damn. Yeah, of course. Everything she does is cool.
I know you admired it
Yeah, obviously.
because you love her.
Okay, stop.
That took a turn, didn't it?
Shut.
You were completely fine with that
Shut.
up to a point where
Shut.
always up to a
Shut.
point, my dude.
Shut up. I'll criticize your ideas again. I'm not afraid.
You are the silliest sauce that ever sauced.
Uh-huh.
Inconceivable.
You keep using that word. Alright.
Fun.
Unfortunate as that is, it is not a game breaker.
And you mocked me.
Yes, I did, because you're mockable.
And then you went and did that. Look, I'm just gonna call it right now. Fairly and objectively. We are both a back and forth trade-off of failure.
I don't like the way that you spell that out.
Sometimes you are the ridiculous, sometimes I am the fool. And
Are you
then
the
it just
are you the
goes-
fool? Are you the fool of April though?
And then it just goes back and forth sometimes.
Perhaps so. Not many make it out this far. You must be near exhausted from the sands. Here then, take this as a reward for your efforts. A Mirage Village? No, everyone can see us just fine. Ha ha ha. Perhaps you'll find what you seek on the far side of the oasis.
Cool. So we've got to do a third one now. That's okay. Yeah. All right. Yeah. Okay.
I mean, this was your idea.
It was not. I threw it out there as a possibility. And
You
then
said,
you
boy,
said,
howdy,
"Oh, yeah."
you said, boy, howdy, Jiminy Jillikers. You know, it would be a hamdinger of a good idea, us doing that whole mess again just so we could figure out what the secret of the ooze really is. And you said, I beseech thee, good friend, the Max a Few Trades, could you dare, perchance, take a chance on my wild flights of fancy, and maybe, just maybe, go ahead and redo this mission for the purposes of discovering such an awesome secret?
1, I said none of those things. 2, I am not some kid from the 1950s.
You're pretty close.
Gilligan. Gilligan. Yeah. You are not funny.
I know!
Why are you laughing?
Oh, you didn't
Why
hear
are
me. You didn't
why-
hear me. And that's probably
Why
for
are
the
you
best.
why are you so impressed with yourself?
Nothing.
What did you say?
I'm impressed by Brady.
What is it that you said?
You said you aren't a child of the 1950s.
Oh, and then you replied, and I heard you. That's why
Okay.
I was.
Okay.
That's why I was like doing my side upside down anti-smirk. Like,
Mm-hmm.
really,
Mm-hmm.
really.
Well, you are the internet's grandpa.
I am making the biggest bruh face.
Oh, I bet you are. Commodore Chappy Pants.
Okay, first of all, the only Commodore I am aware of is that of the 64th variety. And second of all, shut your egg pants face.
So you okay? Well, I may have the egg pants, but that doesn't mean that your pants don't chap.
In the holy mother of sweet merciful God crap does that even mean?
You don't know what chapping means?
No, I mean, what did that have to do with never mind.
I said you were Commodore Chappy Pants, you absolute stooge.
You are ridiculous. You have the silliest phrases known
Yeah.
to man.
Well, when you lack any actual mental acuity to be able to use actual linguistics, you kind of have to make it up as you go and hope nobody calls you out on it.
I love you too, bud.
This has been one of the
Surreal.
This is
Surreal.
No, this has been one of the Let's Plays of all time. It certainly has transpired. You can't say it didn't.
I mean, that has yet to be seen. We haven't finished it yet.
We're getting
currently
there.
in the middle of it right now.
We're getting there.
Who knows if anyone will actually ever see this? And if you do, for anyone out there who is watching this right now, I'm sorry.
No.
I am
Look-
so sorry for everything.
Look, if they're this far in, they know what they're to expect.
I mean, after my sudden, influx of butt honey. About
Yeah, I
several
was gonna
parts in.
I was gonna bring up the great butt honey debacle of 2022.
Actually, you know what? Up to this point, I don't even know why I said this because I was completely fine with pretending that never happened.
Yeah, and
even
then
hoping
you're the
you
one who
would-
decided to bring it back up.
I actually discussed with you about possibly editing that out, but then you were like, nope. So
Now,
I was like, well, I'm screwed.
as anybody who's watched my content can tell you, not only am I a bad editor, I'm a lazy editor too. So if I can get away with not cutting something out, yeah, nah.
My only solace is that I don't have any other friends or family remaining that could be ashamed of me over it.
Thanks for making a funny moment dark. God. Anyway,
Hey, man, I said it was solace.
Fair. Not many make it out this far. You must be near exhausted from the sands. Here, take this as a token of your reward. A Mirage Village. Yes, my mom used to sing cradle songs to such a thing. Find the last tree north of the Oasis Shore. This was a great idea, Nightstar. I'm glad we did this. Then 2 steps north and 1 step more. Oh boy, okay, the last tree north of the Oasis Shore.
2 steps forward, 1 step back. Opposites attract. I am not Paula Abdul. Go to hell.
Does that make me MC Scat Cat?
I will wring your neck. Just play the game.
Damn. Okay. Anyway, I'm just trying to remember. I'm just trying to remember the directions. God damn. Last tree north of the Oasis Shore, then 2 steps north and 1 step more. Okay, so basically that's 3 steps north. That's a weird way of phrasing it, but sure, okay.
We've been facing tensions because of this part and the multiple deaths of Tiki. I think we're just all on edge here.
I mean, mostly you, but sure, whatever. Sure, let's say both. Or something like that. It's not like the place really exists anyway. Ooh, large Boolean. Thank you. Very kind, very kind. All right, so the tree
Well, smack me upside the head and call
northernmost
me
of
Surly
the shore. 1, 2,
You're
and
a
then 3
shore.
steps more. Maybe it'll just show up on the next turn. That'd be convenient. All right, look, we know how this is gonna go. We don't need to see it. All right, we've been here long enough. Oh dear God, there's even more dudes. Okay, well that's a fine howdy-a-do if there ever what was one. Alright, well, at least the Super Bros are here to take care of business something funky fresh. That's always good. Huh. It seems like it actually wants me to, like, solve a riddle or something.
I am the rabbit dancing upon the waves.
Okay, well, I mean, it said the tree of the northern shore of the Oasis, but there were 3 candidates for that. Is it this one? Doesn't seem so. What about this one? Also no? Consider me one confused lad.
Look it up.
Okay, fine, I'll look it up. Damn.
We've been here far too long.
By your request,
No. Stop putting that on me.
I will put it on you until the cows come home.
I was merely making a possible suggestion for the future, and then you took it as, okay, we're absolutely doing this.
Yep,
So,
because you wanted it so bad.
I did not want it so bad. I barely even just sort of half farted out my comment.
Mhm. Alright, after visit 5 Falcon Knights, 3 wars in the western area. The Goddess Staff can be obtained by moving any character 2 spaces down and 1 space left of the starting position of the boss, after visiting all 4 villages. Okay, so 2 spaces down and 1 space to the left from the starting position of the boss. So 1 down, 2 left. Okay. So then what the game, what's being said is, uno, dos, tres? Really?
We clams.
That doesn't sound accurate, but okay, sure. Universe, I'll give it a go. For my good friend Nightstar, who truly, above all else, wishes to find out the secret of the desert, I shall relent in this regard.
Okay.
And knock, knock.
Hello?
Hello, hi. Knock, knock.
What? Hello?
Hey, there we are. All right.
The heck?
What? You can hear me, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Okay. There was no problem. Everything's fine.
Weird. Okay. I'm not gonna draw attention to it.
Damn straight you're not. Anyway, Morgan, continue your epic quest of zapping fools with big old lightning spells. Ow, and getting hit by freaking spears. Who does that?
Don't want to get hit by spears.
I don't want to get hit by Jamie Spears.
I don't know who that is.
Britney Spears' sister.
Oh, really?
Starred in Zoe 101 on the Nickelodeon channel.
That's weird. I had no idea about any of that.
I mean,
You deserved worse.
it's
That's
not
weird
like
that-
it's not like I want to know about it.
Well, it's weird that you know and I don't. But
It is weird. Usually you're little Mr. Know everything about everything no matter what.
Well, I don't really know things about things that don't matter.
That is a lie?
I mean things that like are stupid to know.
That is
That
a
are-
lie?
That are not worth knowing.
That is a lie?
Okay, now come on. Now that just insinuates that I go chasing after knowing about things that don't matter.
Well, you are
That's
known
just
for
not fair.
chasing waterfalls.
I regret everything about my choices today.
Stick to the rivers and the lakes that you're used to. Ow! Ow! Stop that!
I'm hitting my head on the microphone.
Yeah, and you're
It's
hitting
the- it-
and you're hitting me by proxy. You stop that.
It is the only respite in life that I have right now.
Well, that's nice. Okay, so 1 down and 2 to the left. Well, that's obviously a lie. Was it 2 down and 1 left? Oh, it was. Okay. Well, well, this village does not often play host outsiders. Few hold faith in that which cannot be seen to exist, yet I sense such faith in you. Here then, claim what you have come for. I hold my own faith that you will use it with wisdom. And now it's the goddess staff.
Hooray.
What the hell does it do?
It better be.
Fully restores the
most
HP of...
goddamn epic thing to have ever epicked in the history of epicking.
Fully restores the HP of all allies in range.
That would come close to.
Hmm.
Yeah, that I guess suppose that would come close, unless it's a one-time use, and then in which case, screw it.
I mean, well, considering the Falchion doesn't have a durability thing attached to it, and the goddess staff does. This was a good idea, Nightstar. I'm glad we did it together.
Shut up.
You're so
Just-
you're so clever.
Just take out your brain and leave it on like the counter or something.
Too late. Did that already. I'm
Okay,
5
whatever.
steps ahead of you in every shape, way, and/or form.
As long as you've already managed to do that, then I guess I can't ask any more of you.
Exactamundo, you can't. All right then. I'm glad we had this bonding moment together. Now Owain and Brady are the cool guy bunch.
A bonding moment? You mean like being like specifically chained to a torture device?
No.
Because that's what it's like for me.
Spending time with me hurts you that much?
No, I'm just messing around.
I certainly hope so. Regardless.
You're a wonderful person, man.
I know, you're a good dude too. We're just having a bunch of japes. Anywho,
Yeah.
might I have a word? I don't
I'm
see
just
why not.
saying whatever's funny.
I know. Tell me honestly, how would you assess my performance? Lackluster.
Right.
You have certain natural deficiencies, but you compensate for them well. I surmise this is the product of considerable time and effort. Haha!
Is
The-
is this the same dialogue as before?
Yes.
It doesn't feel like it.
Well, it is. The best response
Weird.
yet. You're as
No, this is definitely not the same conversation as last time.
It is. We just didn't listen to the whole thing because you recommended that we do the mission again.
Oh, really?
Yeah. I reset it in the middle of the conversation.
Oh, okay. I didn't know. I thought it ended, and then you did that.
Nope. You're as persaka baka laka ding dong as you are blunt, Mother.
Hmm?
Mother?
Indeed.
Indeed.
I'm not even going to correct you.
I am your future progeny.
Now
I'm going to let you make a fool out of yourself.
Do you have concrete evidence to substantiate this proposition? I have a ring which is the same as yours. Quite literally.
yes.
Fascinating. It does appear identical.
Simply put,
Just two instances of a unique object coexisting constitute sufficient proof.
Indeed.
To be sure, time travel is one viable hypothesis to explain the rings, but the possibility also exists that you pilfered the ring from said time traveler. As a means of identification, I fear it inconclusive. An astute criticism. I am uncertain that any truly conclusive case can be mounted to prove my claim, but I intend to spend the rest of my life investigating the matter if necessary. A single-minded pursuit of the truth may be the best proof of my heredity. This is a reasonable assumption, but I'm afraid an unilateral investigation is hardly credible. Then how
How you
should...
got unilateral? I should be impressed.
Damn straight you should. However, I have no martial evidence to suggest you are not, as you claim, my son.
Material.
Really? Damn. Well, 2 steps forward, 1 step back. I shall conduct an inquiry of my own. We'll
Half step forward, 8 steps back.
Okay, thanks. We'll investigate the matter until a clear conclusion emerges. Together. Until then, I will grant the fundamental assumption that you are, in fact, my child.
my thanks.
Thank you, Mother.
That is the strongest. That is the strongest showing of love that I can possibly imagine from 2 such people that pedantic.
Indeed. Anyway, let's have themselves a bit of a talk. First, let's talk to your dad.
Excuse me.
This is yours, I presume, Father? I found it lying on the ground. Do try to better secure your belongings in the future.
Right.
You sound like your mother.
Simply put,
Naturally, she is my mother.
no.
Well, yes, but still. You two are so alike, I sometimes wonder if you inherited anything from me. Well, don't be absurd, Father. Of course I did. I have your hair color. Like?
Indeed.
Like, yeah! Nice! Well, yes, but that's not what I meant.
I'm not going to say you didn't call that one because you did.
I did. Anything more substantive? Maybe you have trouble with women, as I do? No, no bearing in that respect is profoundly normal. Very much to my relief, if I might be perfectly frank. See, that's what I mean. You're always so serious and verbose. You could stand to loosen up a bit. Maybe act a bit more your age.
A logical result.
We're at war, Father. Acting like a child is hardly behavior to be encouraged. Besides, I'm a grown man. Older than Lucina at this point, I suspect.
What?
Wait, how could you be older than Lucina? She's already been born here, but your mother and I still haven't had you. I fear I've no more time to chat today. Now, if you'll excuse me. What was that all about? I admit to being curious as to the implications of such words.
Words were had.
I kind of want to know what he was on about there. I see. How very fascinating. This era is so fortunate to have its text still intact. It's a scholar's dream. And I shall need to read more still if I hope to catch up with Mother.
Speaking of,
Excuse me.
Mother, what is that bottle you're carrying? Is that liqueur?
Yes.
Indeed. Breath of Dragons, a Feroxy spirit, extremely potent.
I see.
But it's not even midday. I hardly knew you to be a drunkard.
No.
This sample was not procured to imbibe, or imbible. Wow.
imbibe.
Hey, I got it right the first time. Good for me.
I mentioned that I said that word not 5 minutes ago.
Well, yeah, well, that would imply I remember. It was intended for this.
It was probably cut out of the video anyway.
Fire?
Well, I
Let's be real, probably not. Yes, just as I'd heard. Potations of sufficient strength and purity burn quickly. But why the blue flame? Fascinating. This demands further inquiry.
Intriguing.
You never cease to amaze, Mother. You're breaking new ground, uncovering new truths about the world. I'll never catch up by merely reading about the discoveries of others. Please allow me to join you in your observations.
Very well.
Certainly. Between us, we will lay the mechanisms of the phenomenon bare. Nerds! Nerds!
I'm definitely picturing the exact animation of Homer yelling that from this car.
Nerds! Okay, well, hey, they're having a good time, so who am I to get all up in their business?
And if it's anything Max can't stand, it is the nerd.
It's true, and yet somehow I have managed to become the best of pals with the biggest nerd to ever be a nerd.
The point I was getting at is that you're the biggest nerd I know.
NANI?!